Zeal Education Society, redefining excellence.
Hello friends, I am Professor Shweta Yadav from Department of Electrical Engineering from Zeal College of Engineering and Research. In today's lecture, we will see single phase full wave bridge rectifier. Okay, so as name indicates that bridge rectifier means here we will use a bridge of 4 diodes. Okay, let's see the circuitry for single phase full wave bridge rectifier. So suppose here is an input signal which is given to primary winding of transformer. Secondary of transformer. Okay, and this will be given to the bridge. Okay, so I will first of all draw a bridge. So there are 4 diodes used. So this will be diode 1, then diode 2, this will be one more third diode and 4th diode. So this is a bridge. Okay, and I will be connecting to this one terminal and to this another terminal. Suppose I will call this terminal as A and this terminal as a B. And now here I will apply my load. Here I am considering for R load. In next lecture we will see for RL load also. So this is R. Okay, I will name this as a diode 1. So this is D1, then this is D2, then this will be D3 and this will be D4. Okay, and voltage across this will be VD1, VD3, VD2 and VD4. Output voltage here will be V0. Okay, and current flowing through this will be IO. Now we will observe some output waveforms also. First of all, I will draw some projections for it. So it will be with respect to omega t. Now first of all here I will see input sine wave which I will be applying, then output voltage, now we will see voltage of diode. So voltage across D1 and voltage across D4 will be same. So I will draw only single wave indicating it, and similarly for VD3 and VD2 I will be using a single platform here, and finally current IO. Okay, and we will see for pi radians difference. Okay. So here now I will first of all draw an input sine wave. So this will be input sine wave. Okay. But now see, first whenever input sine wave means we will be applying Vm sine omega t as our input Vs. Okay. So for the positive half cycle, whenever I will be applying, so here will be plus minus, here will be plus minus. Okay. Now in this bridge circuit, two diodes will be conducting at a time and rest of the two diodes will be not conducting at the particular time. Okay. And for the another half cycle, the diodes which were not conducting in the first previous half cycle, they will be conducting, and vice versa. Okay. So we will see how this bridge will work. Okay. So now first of all, here it will be plus and minus. So there will be positive half cycle, then it will be plus and minus. So here my point A will be more positive with respect to point B, because here it is going to point B. Okay. So my point A will be more positive with respect to B. So if this is negative, then here also D3, here also it will become negative. And as a positive terminal of D3 is becoming negative, that means D3 will be not working, that is it will be not a forward biased. Okay. Similarly here it is positive, so here a negative terminal of D2 is also positive, that means this D2 will be also, this is positive means this is again in a reverse bias condition. So D3 and D2 will be in a reverse bias condition for the first half cycle. Why? Because as I have told, due to these polarities, as I have shown. As here it is negative voltage, so my D4 here will be negative and D3 positive terminal will be negative, and D3 will be in a reverse bias, D4 will be forward biased. Similarly here also, here it is positive, so my D1 will be positive, this positive terminal of D1 will be more positive and negative terminal of D2 will be positive here, and so D2 will be reversed biased and D1 will be in a forward biased. If I will draw this circuit, I will just draw a rough sketch of it. So this will act as an open switch D3, and this will act as a closed switch. So this is D1, D3, D4 and D2. So as I have told that here is more positive, negative. So this will conduct, this will remain open, this will conduct, this will remain open. Okay. So if I will be conducting here load resistance, so see the current path, it will be flowing in this way. Okay. Here it will not go because here it is open. Here also it will not go, so it will go directly. Here it is open, so it will go to resistance. From resistance it will go in two direction, but here it is again open, and so it will move towards this B, and hence it will complete the path. Okay. Here also see the current will flow from direction here in this way. D1 it is conducting, it will come here. At this point there will be two branches, but D3 is open here due to reverse bias, so it will not flow, it will flow through this resistance. Again here on this point it will be divided into two paths, one will be going to D2 and one will be going to D4. So D2 again it is open switch because of reverse biased, and D4 is conducting, it is a forward bias, and so from here it will be completing a path. So in this way, for the positive half cycle, my diode D1 and D4 will be conducting. Okay. And the voltage across these two will be VAB, called as a VAB. So here at this output R, I will be getting output as a VAB. So here VAB voltage I will be getting. Okay. Similarly now I will show for the negative half cycle. Okay. So as I have told that here there is a positive half cycle, at that time my VAB is more positive, but VBA is more negative. If I will be drawing in this only VBA, so this will be, the wave will be shown in this way. Okay. So this is VBA and this is VAB. Okay, so at that time it was negative, and so my D1, D3 and D2 were not conducting. Okay, and only D1 and D4 were conducting. So if my D1 and D4 were conducting, so D1 and D4 were conducting here, at that time when D1 and D4 are in a forward bias conducting, at that time the voltage across these diodes is 0. Okay, similarly D3 and D2 were not conducting at that time. So D3 and D2 were not conducting. So voltage was, now voltage will be whatever the applied voltage across VM AB will be across these two diodes. So it will be minus VM. Okay, across D3 and D4. It will be not 2 VM because it is minus VM here applying. Okay. Now for the next positive, now VBA, okay, when there will be a negative half cycle here, a negative half cycle means this will become minus, this will become plus, this will become minus, this will become plus. At that time my A will become now minus. For the second half cycle I am drawing this in from a blue color color, so don't get confused between these two. Okay, the blue color will indicate negative half cycle. So now here for the negative half cycle, here will be negative and B will be more positive now. Okay, so this is negative, that means my D1 here, this terminal will become negative. Okay, this will become negative, and this is positive means now D3 will become positive and D4 will become here also positive. Okay, so see here A terminal is more negative, so these two terminals will become negative. B terminal is more positive, see, so these two terminals will become positive. Now observe, if this is negative means positive terminal of diode 1 is negative, that means it is a reverse biased. Okay, so this will not conduct, now this will be in a reverse bias condition, so it will act as an open switch. And here it is positive means now this is positive with respect to this, so D3 will conduct now, so this will be in a forward biased. Okay, and similarly D4 here, a negative terminal of D4 is plus. Okay, and so this D4 will be again in a reverse biased. Okay, and similarly D2 is here negative, so with respect to this negative here will be positive, and so D2 will conduct and D2 will be in a forward bias. So if I will draw this in a very rough sketch, so suppose this is my D1, so D1 will be open because here it is reverse bias, so D1 will be open. Okay, similarly my D3, this is forward bias, so D3 will be closed. Okay, from here it is resistance given. D3, D2 and D1, and now as I have told that D2 is reverse biased, so now this D2 is here negative, and so here will be more positive, so D2 will be conducting, so it will be acting like a closed switch. And D4 is here more positive, the negative terminal is more positive, so this is a reverse bias condition for diode D4, and so it will be remain open. Okay, this is A and this is B terminal. Okay, so now observe, for this next half cycle my D3 and D2 are closed switch. Okay, so now how this is more positive, this is more negative. Okay, so this is more positive, so you know that voltage current will flow from positive to negative, so here is more positive, so now the current direction will be in this way, so this will go from here, here again it will get divided, but here D1 is open, and so current will flow from resistor to this point, again from this point there it will get divided, but here D1 is open, and so all of the current will flow from D2 and to A. So from B to A, the voltage is flowing from now B to, current is flowing from B to A. Okay, so here if I will show, so it will be D3 and D2 are closed switch, so current will flow in this direction like this. Okay, and here again there will be 2 points, so D4 is open, this is D4, D4 is open here, so it will not flow through this. So all maximum current will be flowing through this terminal, and then this will complete a path. Okay, so from B to A, and so the output voltage here I will get is VBA. So VBA. Similarly for the another half cycle it will be VAB. Okay, and so on. Okay, so for getting this half wave, okay, half wave means this is together called as a full wave, but for this half wave two diodes are conducting at a time. For the second half wave another two diodes will be conducting at a time. Okay, now observe here, for when VBA is conducting, so VBA is conducting means D3 and D2 are conducting here, and D3 and D2 are conducting means at that time voltage across diode will be 0, and D1 and D4 are open switch means they are not conducting, so there will be minus Vm voltage across it. Okay, and for the rest of cycle again it will be 0, here it will be minus Vm. Okay, now we will see current. Okay, current will be same because current will be continuously flowing through this resistance load, and so here I will get current for all half cycles. Okay, so current will be here Vm by R. So in this way we have seen the operation, circuitry operation of our full wave bridge rectifier. Okay, so we will see some performance parameters. Now if I will be showing the performance parameters, hence before we have seen performance parameter for full wave bridge rectifier with R load for center tap, and center tap and this are both same, only difference is the peak inverse voltage across diode will be different. Okay, here we have seen peak inverse voltage is minus Vm, peak inverse voltage is equal to minus Vm. Okay, but that in center tap it was minus 2 Vm. Okay, so center tap, if we will compare this bridge rectifier with center tap, then bridge rectifier will be more effective, or it will give good output. Okay, actually it will give same only output, but if voltage across diode will be more, then diode will get deteriorated very fast. Okay, and so life cycle of diode will be more in this bridge rectifier. Okay, so we will see a performance parameters. So first is average output voltage V0. Okay, so average output voltage V0, as we know, it is 1 upon T, 0 to T, V output D omega T. So output voltage will be 1 by pi from 0 to pi Vm sin omega T dt, d omega T. Okay, so I have already solved this equation for center tap bridge rectifier for R load. You may refer that. Okay, so directly I will write output V0 will be equal to 2 Vm upon, yeah, it is 2 Vm upon pi. So this is average voltage. Similarly, second is RMS output voltage. VOR. So VOR is equal to square root of 1 upon T, 0 to T, VO square d omega T. So if we will solve this equation, I have solved again every equation for this both I have solved in center tap full wave bridge rectifier. Sorry, so full wave center tap rectifier. So output voltage here it will be Vm upon root 2. VOR will be Vm upon root 2. Now output current will be also VIOR will be equal to VOR upon R, which will be Vm upon root 2 into R. Then fourth point, average output current, it will give average output voltage upon R, that will be equal to 2 Vm upon pi into R. Okay, so again fifth is PDC. So PDC will be VO into IO, and that will be equal to 4 Vm square upon pi square into R. Then sixth is PAC. So PAC is again VOR into IOR, that is product of RMS voltage and RMS current. Okay, you may put these values and derive. So I will write directly value of Vm square upon 2R. So seventh point is efficiency. Efficiency is PDC upon PAC. So it will give 81.06% for this rectifier. Then is form factor, which will be indicated like FF. Form factor will be again same 1.1107. Then will be ripple factor, which will be formula will be FF square minus 1, and that will give me 0.4834 value. Again 10th is peak inverse voltage. This is very important, and here peak inverse voltage will be Vm. Okay, it will be not minus, only this is the difference with respect to center type, otherwise all performance parameters are same. Okay, only peak inverse voltage is minus Vm. Okay, then crest factor, Im upon IOR, that will be Im into root 2 upon Im, which is equal to root 2. So in this way we have seen a single phase bridge rectifier with R load and its performance parameters. So this bridge rectifier is mostly used, okay, in some small scale applications. Again, this is an uncontrolled because diode is used here. Okay, as we will be using diodes in any type of rectifier, then it will be an uncontrolled rectifier because output voltage can't be controlled here. Okay, so I hope students you have understood this lecture. Okay, and thank you for watching this video.
Zeal Education Society, redefining excellence.